Hey guys, Diabolic Tadpole here. Just want to touch base with you on some of these things that I've come across in this game. Alright, so it's pareidolia art. This game has got a lot of pareidolia art in it, and I keep coming across more and more evidence of this, and I keep trying to show it to you guys, all you jetpack hunters that are out there looking for this jetpack, but nobody seems to be listening to me about it. But it is everywhere. It's in the water, it's in the water's reflections, it's in the dirt, it's in the rocks, it's in the trees, it's in the sky, it's in the clouds, it's in everything. If you guys know how to use the sun, you guys will come across a lot more of these things. One of the places you guys could definitely check out is top of the mountain next to the Altruist Camp, Rant Canyon area. It's got a lot of stuff that's hidden in there. It's a lot harder to mistake some of the stuff that's there. As the sun and moon comes around on this map, it brings it all out. There's 28 days of weather in this game, and on one day of weather, I call it the perfect day of weather. It's almost like this game is like in a vortex, and there's a lot of weird things that happen in it. The wind picks up differently. The trees almost look like they're dancing in a way. The dust in the air seems to be circling around a lot more. What? Alright, I came across this one night sitting above Mount Chiliad, and I came across this Fabergé Easter egg that is decorated from the top of Mount Chiliad that stretches past the prison area. I've also come across the two outstretched arms on the Illuminati mural that's in town. It's on the other side of Mount Chiliad. The mural side of Mount Chiliad actually is where that's located. Then I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I had actually recorded over this video while I was recording it, but it didn't come through. So I don't know why I didn't do that. So I'm having a little bit harder time trying to record it and explain it. Going back through is a lot easier while I was making a video. But, you know, right there on the screen I could see 3 and a 2 right in front of my screen to the top right of the mountain area, right beneath the cords. As the sun comes around, it brings out a lot more oranges and browns and stuff like that. The reds, greens, it brings it out.
Alright,
Yes. I've shown a lot of people about this pareidolia art, and there's a lot of people that have seen what I've seen, not to the fullest extent that I've seen. At one, you know, there's been a couple of places that I find that you could sit and let your controller go AFK, and it goes around and around until you see, like, it starts showing you like these art scenes, and I don't know how to explain it better than that. It's like, I don't know, just art. I haven't come across any jetpack or anything like that. It's just art. But there's these places you could sit, and it's like meant to show you this art. There's a pretty cool spot that was at the tip of the map. There's a pretty cool spot that's on Chiliad. There's a pretty cool spot that's right next to the Altruist Camp, sitting on the mountaintop. There's a pretty cool place next to the lighthouse that you could sit and just watch it go. Like that shadow there, right there in front of me, it's got like like I pay attention to all the shadows, all the different textures, all the different walls, all the different dirts, trees, grasses. I've just been paying attention since I've come across a lot of this stuff. Alright, so I'm by Zancudo right now, and I wanted to show you guys this rocks that are over on this side. There's a couple of rocks here that are lighting up at this time. But this is where I'm located at, near Zancudo. If you guys are familiar with this game, which you should be if you're jetpack hunters, you know where Zancudo is. It's right in this area. But what I'm going to show you is this rock that's off in this area right here. And it's that rock that's straight dead ahead of me. When you look at it, there's a face on that rock, but as I get closer, there's just a bunch of rocks and trees and stuff like that. It's not really anything to really pay attention to. But as I go off in the distance where I just was sitting, I'm gonna turn around and show you what I'm talking about. You gotta view these things from a distance, almost like a bird's eye view. It tends to work a lot better when you're up in the air. But there is a nose right here. And there's an eye right here in the blacked out spot that I keep jumping across, right there behind the truck. That eye hole right there. But as I aim out, there's a big black spot that tree disappears from them. It creates the mouth of that face. And that's not the only rock that does that. All the rocks that look like that rock, or have that texture of that rock, do the same thing. There's so much art in this game off of those rocks. The rocks that are here on the right hand side, all the way up and down it. I know.
Can you please move?
Alright, so I'm back. I had to explain to somebody near me. Alright, so as I drive around in B mode. I fly in B mode also. It shows me this art a lot more. Like I said, all the rocks on the side, all the rocks around this location. If you stand here and just watch it, move around and just pay attention to these rocks, you're going to start seeing these things that I keep referring to. And it's pareidolia art. That's the best way I can describe it, because you know, it's just, it makes me see faces where there's no faces there. But they are there. They're meant to be there. And it isn't until you hit this pareidolia art on the perfect day of these 28 days of weather that you are actually able to see it all. And when you see it all, it almost takes you out of Grand Theft Auto 5's world and puts you into a fourth dimension of space. But it's all art the way it's going. I mean, the clouds, they like cover a lot of it, so you can't see some of this land. And it, sorry, I got kids around me. Anyway, in this fourth, it took me out of this Grand Theft Auto 5 and it put me into like a dimension of art. And it just keeps going back and forth when I go into AFK mode. And, you know, Radio Mio Park says it's a type of art that only lasts for a few minutes. And when you try to explain it to your friends, they can only wish that they were there. It's the type of irony that the dreams are made of. That dreams are made of. Now, that is exactly where I am. With what I've experienced in this game, everybody has to come and see what I fucking am talking about. They will not understand until they do. So I am asking for help. Join me. Help me find this jetpack.